All right. All right, everybody. So we are going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to ONEHOPE and to the team. This is going to be a little combination of welcome call number 1 and 2 together, because you have the unique opportunity of earning 6 free bottles of wine before Tuesday. All right. So the first time that you sell your first $300 in PCV, which is your personal commissionable volume, you have the opportunity to earn 6 free bottles of wine. Okay, so you can use those in any way you wish. I usually suggest using them for an event, which is really helpful for a tasting. So again, I think I personally know all of you because we've been chatting online, but I'm Jenna Flynn. I'm your mentor, your sponsor, with the exception of, I think, Tia. Wait, Tia, who are you signed up under? Is it me or somebody? I can't think.
Marissa?
Yes, that's right, Marisha. So Marisha is your sponsor, but everybody else is mine. So I'm here to help you guys out. There is a team chat that we have going on in the messenger. We try to keep those hours to like 9 a.m. to like 10 p.m. just because we have all of you from different parts of the country and different time zones. So if you need anything past those hours, or if you have anything that's kind of more personal, or any comments that you want to make that aren't, we try to stay as positive as possible, try to PM me with those comments or questions, and I can help you directly. So I'm a teacher full-time, and this is my part-time job, which is very quickly turning into a full-time job. There are probably about, oh gosh, like gearing towards like 70 of us on the team at this point, and that happened all very, very quickly. So you came into ONEHOPE at an excellent time. This is a newer, obviously, opportunity with a whole lot of opportunity for you to grow, okay? So the first thing that I always like to talk about is your why. Your why is what drives you to keep on going. It's what keeps you doing what you're doing. And in the tough times in your business or just in life in general, it's what's going to keep you pushing through and making you through it. So I want you to think about, okay, what here is, driving you to do this business. Why did you join ONEHOPE? Okay. There's a lot of different reasons why you might have joined. What are you hoping to achieve, right? And then why are you hoping to achieve that? Why is it important to you? So I want you to think about, if you're digging deep and keep on digging deeper, where are you getting? If you kind of think of it in like a bullseye term, your what is what's on the outside. Okay, so for me, my what was to get a wine discount. All right. But as I started investigating a little bit deeper, because we do get a pretty significant wine discount, I quickly found out that I had a much deeper why. So your why will transform as you go through this business. But just to give you an idea of how you can kind of narrow that why down, like I said, my why was to get a wine discount. I attended my first party about, I guess it was 2.5 years ago. My husband and I were doing an adoption, trying to raise money for an adoption at that point in our life, for a baby. We had lost our son almost 9 years ago. He was born premature, and we were very much heavily involved with the March of Dimes. So we were raising money for our team and also raising money for the adoption that we needed about $16,000 for. The adoption never went through. We were chosen and she changed her mind. However, we do have a 4-year-old daughter, but it has taken us almost 10 years to grow our family. So that is a big bulk of my why and why I do this business, because I want to be able to provide time that I can stay home with my kids. So I'm a teacher full time, but during that first tasting, I fell in love with our Edna Valley Pinot Noir. So if you love a good Pinot Noir, my Edna Valley Pinot Noir is my favorite. It's one of our reserve Pinot Noirs. You'll hear me talk about it quite often. But my neighbors and I started buying this Pinot Noir very often, and it got to the point where I was getting cases of this Edna Valley Pinot Noir. So I was supporting my one of my really good friends, and she just continued to try to get me to join. It took me about 2 years okay, 2 years to join ONEHOPE. So for all of you that are sitting there and you're maybe discouraged that you haven't gotten your first sale or something like that, 2 years it took her to convince me to join ONEHOPE, okay? So even some of my best friends didn't buy it for a couple months. So think about that. But as I was getting ready to start the school year this past September, she invited me to a tasting that was held in Jersey by our CEO, manages ONEHOPE. And he came to New Jersey because they had freed the grapes in the state. And I'm from Pennsylvania, so we drove there, and he had us in an Airbnb to do a sample tasting. So he had me share my story about my son, the reason why I do everything I do. And he sent me home with a bottle of sparkling rosé wine that was left over from the tasting. And he told me that that was the baby making wine. Well, sure enough, it was. So after many, many years of trying, I got pregnant. I have another little girl due in October, the very beginning of October. So right now I am hoarding my wine, a whole lot of wine, and I'm excited to drink when, not pregnant. But I joined because I wanted the discount. Okay, so if you're sitting there thinking that that's what your why is, it very may well change. So after that, I had my first tasting in a home. I really didn't do a whole lot of preparing because literally, if you look at any of our wine bottles, you'll see all of our tasting notes. This one's a better option to show you, but all of our tasting options are right here on the bottle. Okay, so as you can see, it's pretty easy to do a tasting because all you really need to do here is read that bottle. All right, we do have winemaker's notes that you can read off of, but it's so easy to just stand up there and make your job look super easy. It tells you your tasting notes, the cause partner, what it pairs well with. So easy to go live like this and share. So I was standing there holding the winemaker's notes that had a description of what the wine was with a little picture at the top corner that shared a little bit about what the cause was. And I was looking down at it, and there's one thing that connects my son and I, and that is elephants. You'll notice everything, my phone cover, every single thing I have is elephants. His room was elephants, everything. So I looked down at the paper for the favorite wine that I love, and there was an elephant in the top hand corner. So I knew at that very moment that that was why I joined ONEHOPE, that I wanted to be able to give back all year round to different nonprofits in his memory. So if there is a cause that's close to your heart, you always want to have an event link open for yourself because you get to donate 10% back to that organization the entire year. And that is what keeps me going. I've been able to donate over $1,000 back to the March of Dimes in his memory toward our team since I started. So that's pretty significant amount of money. So if you have an organization that you love, you can have as many events open as you wish, and the hostess gets to choose 10% or an organization that they want, any 501c3, and ONEHOPE will donate 10% back to that organization. And then you, as the hostess, also get 10% back in wine credit at the end of the event. So right now, I have at least over $700 in wine credit to spend just for raising money through wine sales, okay? So you can see how this can quickly become not only a way to share your love and your heart for an organization, but you also get cool benefits like free wine out of it, all right? So the reason why I shared that is because I want you to realize that your why is going to transform as you are here with us through this business. Like I said before, the what of my business was the wine discount. The why of my business is so that I can continue to give back and feel a greater connection to my son through sharing his story and raising money for the March of Dimes. Why is that important to me? You probably can figure out because I care so much about, obviously, like probably all of you, your children, and I want to be able to spend as much time with them as I can. And now my goal is to be able to stop teaching and to be able to stay home with this baby when this baby is born. So that is what continues to drive me every day. When times get tough, when I hear rejections, when I hear no's, when people ignore me, when I don't make the sale that I want to, or I don't book the party I want to, that's what keeps me going. So I want you to think about that. Think about your why, post it, put a picture of it somewhere, if it's a person or a thing, for you to see, and that's what's going to keep you motivated through this business. So I don't know if anyone feels comfortable sharing your why, but if you want to share a minute why you joined OneHope, please feel free. It's always inspiring to hear what other people have to say, because we all do this for completely different reasons. I know Sonia came from a different wine business, and you know, she loves giving back. She has her own nonprofit, so that could be maybe a reason that motivated her to join. Did I get it? Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Does anybody else want to share anything about themselves or their why? What you're hoping to achieve, what you're hoping to get out of this?
I think I would like to start.
Awesome.
It took me. My name is Laquita, by the way,
Hi,
and
Laquita.
I'm from Clarksdale, Mississippi. I decided to join One Hope because, for one, I don't drink a lot of it, but I actually like wine, especially good wine. And the main one that I had fell in love with when I went to Olive Garden, it was called Roscato,
Okay.
and it's like a smooth, it had a very smooth taste to it, and I just love it. And I found it around my area one time. I hadn't found it anymore, because but I joined because I have so much go on. I have a disabled family. My plan is to actually relocate from Mississippi, and I desire to go to Maryland. I have put in for job opportunities, things like that. And I used to live in the state of Virginia for 3 years, since I was a military wife as well. And things didn't work out well with that. And I moved back home, been home 14 years, and it looked like everything just kind of, in the area where I reside, it looked like everything just went kind of downhill, and really nothing to look forward to. There's nothing for the children here to look forward to, because they took the sports administration out of the school throughout the entire district. And so there's nothing really for them to get involved in. And I really just want to go because I really want to start over. Um, the reason why I joined too is because I know I need the extra amount of income versus me working. And then during the pandemic and things like that, situation has been kind of critical. And then I opened a small business of my own in mid-April, which is called Quita Sweets. And what I do with that is I make Kool-Aid, pickles, and pineapples, rainbow grapes, cake jars, things of that nature. Very small business, but I've gotten a lot of support. But it's not something I do constantly, because I work a job. I work all night basically. So I have to, like, I do it to work around my off days, so to speak, so I can try to, make sure to keep the business going as much as possible. And not only that, I like discounts too. So I joined as well so I could get a discount on some wine. And then after I found out the amount of people who I knew would be willing to support, then I said I was just gonna go for it. Nothing hurts but a try. So I just feel that I'm gonna become successful, and especially when I move from this state into another state, I know I'll be very successful and earn an extra income and become successful, and to be comfortable, and most importantly be happy, because it makes me happy to know that I see other people happy, and that I can do whatever I can to ensure their happiness. And so that's the reason why I joined. I found that motivation, and I said I just give it a shot.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I think it's true. One thing I heard you say is you're excited about relocating, and all that's going to do is just broaden your network even bigger.
Yes.
So that's really exciting. So a lot of people drink wine, so you can do this from anywhere. Hi, Adema.
Hello.
joining us. We're just sharing our whys. So if you want to jump in and share why you joined OneHope, feel free to. Does anybody else want to share why you joined?
Hi, I'm Marsha. My why is pretty simple. It was basically I enjoy wine, and I was actually just kind of searching, and One Hope popped up. And when I realized that they also donate to different charities for a cause, it kind of made sense because my background is also nonprofit and mental health. And so I was like, well, I can enjoy, good bottles of wine, and also it'll also benefit nonprofits and different causes as well. So that was my why.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. You and Sonia probably have a lot in common then. Anybody else want to share? No? It's okay if you don't. I'm going to send out a survey at some point that you can just let me know what it is so that I can better help you guys as well.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's Sonia from Dayton, Ohio. And as you had mentioned earlier, Jenna, I was a former wine consultant for another organization. And I do have a nonprofit as well as a for-profit contract for another nonprofit. So I just to use that nonprofit as the give back. What really interests me was to see that there is the opportunity to give back. As you and I had talked, I lived in California and I had the opportunity to visit Napa Valley. And I think wine is, it's beautiful. So, and I'm not a big wine drinker at all, but I just enjoy the process. If you've ever been able to get a chance to see the process, just how the whole business gets started for a lot of people. So I'm excited to start over again. I really enjoyed it when I did it in the past. Looking at the way this business is ran compared to the other, I see a lot of advantages that I think will be great. I'm not real savvy on Facebook because I stayed off of it for a long time, but I finally joined. So I think I've got a great network that people that I know personally. I don't do a lot of accepting of people that I don't know. So I know that I have a good support system, and it sounds like you guys got a great team. So I look forward to talking to some of the team members and learning from them as well. And I just look forward to just being an active member.
Thank you for sharing, Sonia. You have a lot that you can offer to the team too with all of your wine experience as well. So what I'd like you guys to do, girls, to do is to think of, and if you have a piece of paper in front of you, the best thing you can do is jot down the first 10 people that come to mind when you think of how excited you were about your OneHope business. So I know that I've been working with a lot of you on the side with how to create your first event link. If you haven't already created your first event link with the directions I gave you, make sure you do that. And if you need help, just let me know. And then I will give you the posts that you can post to announce your business on Facebook. I will give you all the words to say and everything that you need. You will never, ever, ever be alone in this. I work very closely with the team to make sure that you all know exactly what you're doing. But if you need help, you need to reach out to. So know that I am here. Please don't hesitate to ask questions. So as you're thinking about the first 10 people that come to mind when you think about your business, the reason why you want to do this is because number one, we need to create a sense of urgency to help you reach your goal, which is your first $300 in sales in the next 2 days, because it is the end of the month. And we have an amazing sale going on right now. This sale has lasted for 2 months. So I do not believe that this sale is coming back, okay? So you want to create a sense of urgency for purchasing wine until Tuesday night, because we get 15% off of 6 bottles and 30% off of 12. Okay, so it's a half case is 6, a full case is 12. Now, you can have your customers mix and match any wine that they want to put in there. So it could be glitter bottles, shimmer bottles, brut, sparkling, rosé, whatever you want in there, okay? Know that we also have the rainbow glitter bottle and the celebration brut. Whenever they add 6 bottles to their cart, they can unlock the 2 of those bottles together for $30 off, okay? What this does by getting them to 6 bottles is it has them become a preferred customer. You get bonuses for signing up preferred customers. You as the CE already are a preferred customer. So the best way that you can purchase right now is through our sale. So if you did not get a kit with wine, or even if you want to take advantage of our sale prices right now, what you should do is go into your event link that you created, and you always want to order on the event link, not your main page, because the main page doesn't go toward, it goes toward the causes of the bottle, but it doesn't go toward the cause that you pick as the hostess, okay? So you want to order through your event link that you create, and that only takes 5 minutes to do. And then you also, at the end of the event, will get 10% back in wine credit to spend. Your event link will stay open for 21 days since the date that you set the event. You can always go back in and change it and extend it if you want as well, okay? But as you start racking in those orders, you can approach people about, one thing people like to say is, oh, I have to try the wine before I buy it. They don't have to try the wine before they buy it, because you're going to hear the objection that they need to try it. Well, I want you to think about how many times have you gone into the liquor store or the grocery store and picked out a bottle because it had a nice label. I mean, we've all done it. We've all done it. We've all gone to the store. We've picked a random bottle of wine. I do it too. And we pick it based off the bottle name or the bottle label because it's pretty, it's shiny, it's flashy, whatever. And we buy it, okay? The difference is there's no guarantee with that bottle. There's a guarantee with ONEHOPE. ONEHOPE will make sure that your customers have a bottle that they like. If you're using the wine education that I can provide for you and that ONEHOPE provides for you, we can make sure that your customers will get a bottle that they do enjoy. So please reach out to me. I have 7 pictures that show all of our wine portfolio. Okay, all your Pinot Noirs are on page. All of your sweet wines are on one page. And what you want to do is, as you're getting the messages back from your customers, the message that I'm going to tell you to send them, or even if you post your business announcement and you start to see people like it or love it or comment under it, those are the people that you want to reach out to, because they're your warm leads. They're the people that are showing interest, okay? So as you're reaching out to them, ask them what their favorite varietal of wine is that they typically drink. Whatever they say, if they say sparkling, send them the pictures of all the sparkling wines. Try to come up with 6 wines that you think that they'll enjoy, and send them the list of those wines, because then you are creating the urgency to then add 6 bottles to their cart, okay? And then tell them that that's how they're going to get a discount, okay? So you will share the 15% off of 6, the 30% off of 20. As a preferred customer, they also get half price shipping. So right away they're saving $10 on shipping, and they're saving 15% on their wines or 30% on their wines. Our normal PC discount, preferred customer discount, is 10% off of 6 and 20% off of 12. So you can see that there's a big difference between whether they're going to buy before Tuesday or the day after. I don't know what the next special will be, but I do know that this is one of the best specials we've had in a long time. So you yourself can also take advantage of this special. If you have people that are around you that want to mix and match and join in on cases that are local, encourage that. You want to get the wine in their hands to try, because the more they try it, the more they'll buy it. Wine is consumable, so it's something that your customers are going to keep on buying from you. So as soon as you can get it in their hands to try, whether it be through a sale, whether it be through a tasting that you yourself have, they're going to keep coming back. All right, as a preferred customer, they have access to those discounts, whatever that discount might be, all year round. So they're always going to get 10% off of 6 or 20% off of 12, except for right now, they get the extra discount. Okay, they always get half price shipping. And then you have to also realize too, the coolest part about our PC membership, and this is called your PC pitch. So think about how you're going to present the PC membership to them. For me, it's about convenience. So I personally love getting wine shipped to my door. I don't want to take my 4-year-old to the liquor store. and, you know, sit there and try to figure out what I want, because that's when I get into a situation where I just look and see what's shiny and I just grab it. You know what I mean? So, and then I might not like it. Also, their wine doesn't give back. Ours does. Okay, so with their PC membership, they're getting wine that is supporting animals, healthcare, the environment, veterans, hunger, education, all of these different causes, and it's supporting the cause that you choose, or maybe even they choose as a hostess.
Excuse me just a second, Jenna. For some reason, someone else's line is unmuted and you keep going in and out.
Oh, Nikki, could you mute yourself by chance? Oh, thank you. Welcome. Yes, so thank you, Sonia. So the best part about our PC membership is that at the end of the year, OneHope will actually donate 10% back of their entire year's purchases to a nonprofit of their choice. Okay, so it's a membership that keeps on giving all year round. All right, so for somebody like Marcia, Sonia, you both have a strong connection to nonprofits. That's awesome, because Sonia, having her own, could then choose that and have a party going for her nonprofit all year round and keep extending it, or close it, reopen another one. She's getting free wine credit because she gets 10% back. And then she's also giving 10% back to the organization. Anytime Sonia orders, she can also choose throughout the year to give back to that. And at this time next year, next June, OneHope will donate an additional 10% back to her organization. So it's really, really awesome, the amount of impact. I know a lot of people will say, okay, how much of this bottle actually goes to the cause? But if you think about it, OneHope has given back over $5 million to local and global nonprofits since they've started doing this. So sip by sip, bottle by bottle, it does make a difference. Your wine purchases do make a difference. If you shop from a local grocery store or liquor store, it's not going anywhere. So you always want to ask your customers, what does your wine do? Okay, it doesn't do anything. It might taste good, or maybe it doesn't, but it doesn't do anything. All right. You also have got that convenience factor. So think about that over the next 2 days. Think about placing your own order to take advantage of the sale up to 30% off. And think about who do you know who loves wine? Who do you know who loves the give back? Okay, those are the people that you're going to want to contact with the message that I'm going to be sending you to send out. Okay. Now you're going to hear rejections. You're going to hear no's. You're going to hear, get no responses. And to be honest with you, I will say this to you so many times. If you're not getting no's, you're not in business. Okay. It's so very true. If you aren't texting people, if you're not making contacts, you're not going to get a no. And if you don't get a no, you're never going to get an opportunity to get a yes. Okay. So you have to think about, and in terms of that, you have to stay positive. I know it can be difficult. You'll get people that don't respond to you, even your closest friends. And the best advice I can give you is consistency is key. You have to follow up. If you don't get an answer, give it a day, follow up, say, hey Tia, did you get my message yesterday? What do you think? Or I'm working toward my first goal with OneHope by Tuesday. Do you think you could maybe help me out and give it a try? All right. What's your favorite varietal? Or you could say, who do you know who? If they say no, ask for a referral. Okay. The best thing you can do is ask for a referral. So ask somebody, who do you know who loves wine? Who do you know who loves to give back? Who do you know who might have an organization they want to give 10% back to and raise some money for? Okay. If you're asking for a referral, you may notice that lots of times that they might start thinking, okay, well, wait, she's asking me, who do I know who loves wine as much as I do? That's me. Like, she's describing me, so why am I not doing this? All right. Who do you know who loves to have a good time? Okay. If you don't love to have a good time, maybe you might be sitting there thinking, okay, well, she doesn't want me, but maybe she wants somebody else. Maybe I'll do it. I'll just do it, okay? So I want you to think about always asking for the referral, all right? So you have to think outside of the box. Think about not only your immediate people that you know, but who do they know, okay? Because you do know a lot of people. This isn't a business of just posting on Facebook and, you know, posting a link or an ad or a picture and you wait for them to come to you. You have to go to them, okay? There's a very interesting fact that I very quickly discovered, and it was that people are willing to spend 40 years in corporate America, but they're not willing to spend 3 years building a business. So if you think about that, which one would you rather do? You know? So it does take time. It takes time. You have to be willing to put effort into it. But if you do and you keep on, I always say be politely persistent. If you are that way, you will get somewhere. Okay, you will have weeks where you don't make a sale, but then you'll have weeks where you have an event and you'll fulfill your, you know, what you wanted to do for that month, your goal. Okay. So I just wanted to kind of put that in your head and give you a little motivational speech about, you know, the number of times I've been rejected. You can even try to shoot for 100 no's. That could be a goal, you know. Try to contact 100 people. Try to get 100 no's. If you're getting no's, you're in business, okay? And just to let you know, a no is not a no forever, okay? Some of my best friends never ordered from me for a couple months into the business. But you know what? I kept on pushing and persisting. I had them try the line, and eventually they did. And now they're preferred customers, and they order almost every month. So you need to think about that. Think about if you get a no, ask for, you know, it's just say, is there a better time you'd like me to follow up? When would you like me to check back in? Okay, don't ever just leave a no as a no. Always ask a question in return. All right, that is how you will get somewhere in this business. I can promise you that. So when you're writing down your 10 people that you want to contact, and if you contact more than 10, you're going to get better results. Okay, so when you are contacting these 10 people, I want you to think about somebody who might want a discovery call. So a discovery call would be where you and I either get on a three-way message, or we do a Zoom chat, or we do a three-way call. And it could be just wanting them to know how do they want to be impacted by ONEHOPE. And it could be from an event. It could be joining your team. It could be hosting and giving back. So you might get different people who want different things out of this business, but the discovery call allows you as the CE, the new CE, to kind of hear how I talk about it. And then that way you can learn how to share the opportunity as well. So I lead the call, you listen in, and we kind of partner with it together to help somebody in your life figure out how they want to be impacted by ONEHOPE, okay? So think about who that might be that you would contact, all right? Who would be the person on your list who would want to book a first event? So it could be somebody who runs a nonprofit. It could be a nonprofit themselves. We have great success with reaching out to nonprofits directly. I have letters for that. You can copy them, you can borrow them, you can send everything that I have. And that way you can raise money for nonprofits directly, and you can give back to the nonprofit. You can do virtual events like this. That's what I've been doing. I do have a YouTube channel, and I have recorded a couple of my fundraising events dealing with like Big Brothers Big Sisters and other different nonprofits. So you can see how I run those, but I basically just do the wine tasting right on the screen, just like this. And the nonprofit logs on. They either choose to buy their wine beforehand or buy it after to taste along with me, and we raise money. All right, so it's very, very simple. It does require a little bit of organization, but I can give you all of those tools. So start brainstorming. You know, who can you contact? I have all of the letters for you can send out. It's just copy and paste. And then the last option besides discovery call, booking an event, is enrolling a preferred customer. We talked at length in the beginning of the call about why preferred customers are important. The next time that we meet, I will go over with you your Fast Start program. So you have a huge opportunity when you first start ONEHOPE in your first 3 full months. So you all joined this month. So it would be July, August, September. You have a lot of opportunity in those first 3 months to get bonuses. You get $30 for every 3 preferred customers you enroll. You get $30 for every single team member that joins your team who also qualifies at $300. So you can see how you can very, very quickly build those bonuses up, okay? You have the opportunity to earn over $1,000 in your first 3 months in bonuses from joining and also from selling. And that doesn't even include your promotion bonuses that you would get along the way. So there's a lot of opportunity. There's a whole lot of support on our team. We have so much available to you. You just have to ask. You just have to ask me. I will work one-on-one with you. I will work in the team with you. I will add you to my events so that you can copy them. I'm here for you. This is now my full-time job until school starts once again. But I'm praying that I don't have to go back with this child. So, you know, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do full-time. So I am here for you 100%. And I will help you every step of the way, depending on what all of your goals are. Like I said, everybody's why is different. Your why will transform. But whatever it is at this moment, reach out to me, share it with me. I will partner with you and help you with exactly what you want to try to achieve, okay? So after you send the message, and I will email you this message, so you will have this emailed to you, and all you have to do is copy and paste it to at least 10 people and see what your responses are. All right, so the message is going to sound something like this. You don't have to write it down because I'm going to email it to you. Hey, Susan, I just joined ONEHOPE as a cause entrepreneur, and I can't wait to share amazing wines that make an impact for charitable causes. It's going to be a blast. I'd love your feedback. Let me know if you can spare 3 minutes to watch a quick video about the impact this company is making, and I'll send over a link. I'm proud to have joined such a wonderful, worthy company. So the video link will be in there too. It's a short 3-minute YouTube video. It's called About ONEHOPE. And it naturally gears a lot toward people joining your team, but it also shares the mission and the heart of ONEHOPE. So that's where it comes in, where I come in, where we can share, you know, how else could you be impacted by ONEHOPE? You can host and give back, you can purchase, and all of that, okay? So it doesn't mean because they're saying yes to watching a video that you're selling them anything or doing anything like that. It's more or less for them to understand what you've joined, okay, and our mission, because it's very, very unique. There is no other wine company out there that gives back in the way that ONEHOPE does, okay? So hopefully that gives you a little bit more information on what you can do to start. Your couple things that you would love to do when you start would be to check out the welcome email that I'm going to either send you if you just joined yesterday, or your new CE checklist. So a lot of ONEHOPE's emails, for me at least, sometimes go to spam. So make sure you're checking your spam account. You can change that option so that you do get those emails. But you will receive a welcome email from me, or you should have already received one from whoever sponsored you in the past. And take a look at that, because it gives you some ideas as to what you want to do first. The first thing might be setting up your profile. I can help you with that too. You can change your website to be your business name instead of your name. Okay, mine's Grateful Giving. So you can always change that. If you want to set up a business page on your own, you can do that. I can help you with that. You can work on setting up your Paylution account. You'll get a credit card. It's more like a debit card. So it's a really cute grapevine debit card. And Paylution is what pays you. You get paid twice a month. It's on the 15th and on the end of the month. So you will sign up, and to receive a Paylution card, you can either use that as a debit card, or you can actually transfer your commission into your bank account. So that is up to you, however you want to do that. All right, and then lastly, the other thing you'd want to do is just check out the trainings. If you log into your dashboard and you go to trainings and then click library, once you get to trainings, you'll see all of your trainings pop up. And you can do those at your own leisure, but it's a really great resource that's available for you There's a lot of wine education on there if you want to learn more about winemaking and the different wines in general. But then there's also information on there about your fast start, like I explained, the way that you get bonuses, the way that you create event links. There's tons of information on there. So please feel free to browse that at your leisure. But for now, what you should be focusing on is just your sales, okay? So you want to create that event link. You want to announce your business on your Facebook wall, which I'm going to give you that paragraph to do. So if we haven't done that yet after you created your event link, please send me your event link. I will give you the exact blurb that you can copy and paste with your welcome picture. Put that up there. See who likes or comments or hearts it. And then those are the people you want to then reach out to. Ask them their favorite varietal of wine. Share the wine pictures that I can send you. And then go from there. So every single person you'd want to order through the event link. If you want to order wine yourself, there is no better time to do that than now, because you're getting the Preferred Club member discount at no cost to you. It's extra discount until Tuesday. And then you're also using that sale that you're making for yourself toward the $300 PCV that you need in order to get your 6 bottles free. So really that $300 is you ordering, if you want, plus 2, okay? So if you can get 2 people to each order 6 bottles, and then if you wanted to order 6 bottles, or even just 3 people to order 6 bottles, any 3 people, that would get you to your 300, okay? Now, again, people can order single bottles, but they only get a discount if they order 6 or more. Discount on shipping, discount on wine, okay? So that's what I would start with first. I have so many team members that have been able to pull this off in even just a day. I had so many team members join at the end of last month who qualified in just one day. And not only do you get those 6 free bottles the first time you do that, but you also unlock your new CE discount, your seller discount for the following month. So any month that you put in $300 in PCV, and there's no minimum, but if you do this, you unlock your seller discount, discounts on wine for the following month, the entire next month. So you can either purchase your wine through a party and give back to the nonprofit, or you can go in your back office and you actually can purchase wine at a discount there, okay? That doesn't unlock until you reach $300 in sales, and it unlocks the previous month. Once you do that, you get it for the whole next month. All right, so there's 2 reasons why you want to qualify this month before Tuesday. 1, to get your CE seller discount, and 2, to earn your free 6 bottles, okay? I hope that makes sense. Does anybody, I'm gonna open it up for Q&A. Does anybody have any questions? I know I threw out.
I have a question, Jenna.
Yeah, go ahead, Tia.
I've taken advantage of the events that ONEHOPE posted, the Trevor Project, and the other one about the conscious kid.
Okay.
And I was wondering, how many times does ONEHOPE do it for you? I mean, I managed to get someone to buy the Pride bottle.
Oh, good.
It worked out. So I'm like, that works to my advantage. But how many times does ONEHOPE do that? I like creating events.
You can, they either create events based off of what that current month is that they're supporting, and they'll create one giant event for the whole community. But then when people purchase under that event link, the commission will go back to you, okay? So this month, like you said, they're supporting the Trevor Project because it is Pride Month, okay? So if you choose, you'll see that event link show up in your back office under the events and then all of your event links. You can either choose to use that, or you can create your own events, or you can do both. I personally, I have so many events going on right now that I haven't used their events because I have specific hostesses that have specific nonprofits that they're giving back to, okay? But those will change. You want your events to try to get closest to 500 as you can, because then the hostess is gonna then get 10% back in wine credits to spend, okay? I hope that makes sense. So
Yeah.
you can have as many events as you want open. I think right now I have probably 8 or 9 different events open, okay? But I have different nonprofits that are doing events. I have my own event. They're all over the place. I have in-home tastings that I started doing, all kinds of things. Okay. Just a quick reminder that you do want to try to book something too. So if you do get your $300 in and you earn your 6 free bottles, or if you have wine that you purchased from OneHope, you can use that for a tasting. All right. So that 6-bottle kit will come in the form of a free host kit, and you can offer that for tasting. Okay. Oh, thanks, Adema. And then, bye. So you can do that. And then you can even offer, you can offer virtual tastings just like this, where you're doing part Facebook and part, live like this. I'm doing actually one right now for the team. So if anybody wants to jump in on that, I have an event going that I started today where I'm going live. I'm going to be going live right after this. And I'm going to be sharing like little snippets of videos from now until Tuesday and giving you guys posts. And everyone on the team is inviting their friends and family. And basically, I'm doing the party for you. All right. And then your customers will come back to you to order. So if you want a party done for you, just reach out to me, have me add you to the event. It's a Facebook event. And then you'll see me hop on live, and I'll be doing like, I'll just share different bottles and give people some wine education. That way you can kind of get an idea of what it is I'm doing and, steal some of the posts and things like that for later use. I try to do this at least once a month to just kind of model how a party would work, okay? So you can either do it virtually through Facebook, okay, or you can do in-home tastings. The in-home tastings are honestly my favorite. I know based off of whatever the situation is where you live, it might be different, but we actually can do small tastings, and most of my customers prefer outside right now. So we're doing fun things, and you can theme anything. I have all the graphics. I teach and I love making themed events. So I come up with crazy events, but driveway drinking is really fun. Patio pours, sangria and sips. You could make cocktails out of our drinks, call it sangria and sips. You can do game night and grapes that give back. You can throw in different things. You could do a wino, like a bingo and a wino. There are so many things. I did winos, women in need of sips and sanity. I can make up a theme for anything. So if you have an idea, just let me know. If you have another business, you could partner with that business. So Laquita, you could, sell both things at once, because the cool thing about wine is you always need it. You need beverages at every single type of party that you host. So I could help you come up with a cool theme name for selling both of your, products together. All right. So it's a lot different when you say to somebody, let's go to a wine tasting versus let's go to a driveway drinking party. Which one sounds more appealing and fun to you? So think about that. You want to make it fun, provide the option for them to kind of think outside of the box and give them an event that somebody else isn't going to do. Okay. So there's lots of different ways for tastings. I have a YouTube call all about tastings. I have all the things you would print. The sooner you can get a tasting on the calendar, and the best way to do that is to earn your 6 free bottles by Tuesday so that you have your free wine in the next 2 weeks. You can schedule your first tasting, and that way July is starting off strong. And then you can re-qualify July for August, okay? The sooner you can book in the next 2 weeks, the better you are, because then you'll have a consistent paycheck. If you can book events in the beginning of the month and in the end of the month, you're always going to have a paycheck, okay? Laquita, I know you had a question.
I might have a couple of questions, Jenna. Okay, like as far as reaching out to the posting about your business and to see if anyone likes, comments, loves, and things like that, and reach out to those people. Okay, would the best thing, like if they want to order something and have the events page set up, would it be better for them to go straight to the events page and order themselves, or I can take their name down, the name of the wine, and then have to post it for them?
Well, that's 2-part question. So you want to make sure that they know about being a preferred customer. So if you have shared with them, like, we're going to pretend that Marsha wants a bottle of Symphony. So she asked me, it's funny that I literally have wine everywhere in my house. So I do these wine tastings virtually where I have empty bottles because they're already drank. So I save my bottles to use them for tasting. That's a little tip. Okay. So let's say she wants a bottle of Pinot Grigio and she wants a bottle of Symphony. All right. So Marsha says, yes, I love your business idea. Give me a bottle of each. My next question from Marsha is going to be, do you know anybody else who would also like a bottle or two? Because if you get to 6 bottles, you can get half price shipping and at least 15% off on your wine and get those discounts all year round and lock that Preferred Club membership in free, because we aren't charging for the Preferred Club membership until Tuesday, okay, or Wednesday. So it's normally $19.99 to join our Preferred Club membership, but this month is free. So right away, Marsha is saving 1 bottle of wine because she's saving $15 or $10 on shipping, and she is saving 15% off of a full case, which is usually about $130 to $150, depending upon what wines you put in it. So she's getting a bottle free. All right. So if you offer that, that's usually my next question. You say that, you offer that opportunity. She might say, okay, let me get back to you. All right. So she might say that. If she doesn't, see if she's local. Maybe you could grab a couple people to go in, make Marsha the preferred customer. That way you get that bonus, okay? And then she gets the sales all year round, okay? Because we do have Black Friday sales. That was 40% off of wine on Black Friday. So we have all these kinds of sales throughout the year, but only preferred customers get those. So you get them, but your customers will only get them if they're preferred club members. So that would be my first question, is to ask her to make sure she's aware of her sale choices. She's aware of those options that she has. And if not, she can definitely just buy the 2 bottles. All right. So I would either give her the link to do so. Make sure it's the event link so it goes under your event link. Or I would go in and I would have just a phone conversation with her and collect her credit card information, just be on your link that you're on right away on that event. And then I would just say, okay, I want 1 Symphony, 1 Pinot Grigio, type in Marsha's information and submit it. Okay, so you could do either or. They could do it or you could do it. The key about that is making sure that you're following up. Because if Marsha says, yeah, I want those 2 bottles, I'm gonna go on and do it, and then 2 days pass and she hasn't done it yet, then you have no way to secure and close that sale. So however you think is easiest for her, I would always pose the question and just say, would you like me to put it in for you, or do you want to do it? Okay, and then just say, when do you think you have 5 minutes to do this? I always ask, you'll notice that when you joined, I asked you, when do you think you have 5 minutes to fill out the registration? So you always want to ask a question, give a deadline, create a sense of urgency, because people are busy. That's the bottom line. People either will forget or they're just busy. Everyone's busy. Now, the wine sale might be your number 1 priority, but it's not hers. All right, so you do have to follow up. All right. Good. Did you have other questions?
Yes. I had thought about doing both a virtual taste testing and an in person, meaning bringing like some people in and having some wine. And what I think, to me, in this area here, I think would be better, so they get a feel of what kind of wine we have, and there's selection that they can choose from that. And I thought about the end of July, but it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on with me as well. So I did create the event, but I hadn't made anything concrete, public, anything of that nature. And I said I wanted to get with you whenever you had time as well, to sit down and just trying to get everything situated. I guess what the whole thing is, I'm just trying to understand the business and how it's supposed to go, so I know how to conduct it properly.
So my advice on that is the sooner you can do a tasting, the bigger your business is going to grow, I would have to say I'll give you my advice on that in regards to feeling like you need to know everything. To be honest with you, I didn't do the trainings. Okay. I learned by just doing. And I wouldn't recommend, never doing the trainings, because after I got into it, I did do some of the trainings. But I'm more of the personality that I have to be doing it to learn it. I don't want to sit there and read everything and not have a hands-on opportunity to explore it.
Right.
So the cool thing about that is, and I always tell this to myself at the beginning of every school year too, is when I approach a classroom full of kids, and it's no different than you approaching a wine tasting with maybe people you don't know or people that you do know. When I go to that first day of school and I have a whole new classroom full of kids, I get that first day jitters, just like you might get that first tasting jitter. And you will. But the thing about it is they don't know what you're supposed to say. They don't know what your business is all about. Only you do. And to be honest, it's on the bottle. It's on the bottle. We have a tasting script that you can print. It tells you exactly what to say. We have winemakers note sheet that have a whole write-up on every single wine. So don't feel like you have to wait. Don't feel like you have to be an expert in this, because I'm still learning. No one is an expert on anything, but know that your audience does not know what you're supposed to say. They're going to buy whatever you stick in front of them. They will. If you're putting a red blend in front of them, which is one of our top selling reds, and they want to buy a cab and you don't have the cab to try, but they like the red blend, they're going to buy the red blend. If you have a reserve wine for them to try, and it might be a little bit pricier, but if they fall in love with it and they can get it at a discount, they're going to buy it. So whatever you have to serve is what they're going to buy. Okay. The wine sells itself. It's not, if someone tastes something, they're going to buy it. If you think about going to a restaurant, if you fall in love with a dish, you're going to go back there. The chef isn't coming out to the table and giving you every ingredient that's in that, how they made it, all the extensive information about it. You just tasted it and you love it. And you're going to come back and you're going to tell your friends that you went to this great restaurant and this is what you ordered, and they're going to go try it. So think of wine the same exact way. It does not have to be perfect. In fact, if you are less perfect when you do this, the more people will join you, okay? Because people don't want to see perfection. They want to see you. They want to know who you are. They want to know your why. And to be honest, people do not buy what you sell. They buy why you do it. So the more you can talk about you, your why you're doing it. That's why we focus so much on the why at the beginning of this call, because if you share your story, my story is my life. I stand up there with that Edna Valley Pinot Noir, and even if my hostesses aren't tasting it, I bring it. And I stand up there and I share my story. And they buy that wine because of my story, because I'm so passionate about the wine, and I share it, okay? So don't feel like you have to know everything there is to know to start. If you do that, you'll never start. You won't, because you'll always be searching for something else to know more about. The best thing you can do is to start and learn from what you did, and then just improve it, okay? Because nobody knows. No one knows what you're doing. No one's a winemaker that you're serving. They're not going to know. You're not serving Laurie Coyle, our winemaker. If you want some great wine education, though, she just did a tasting with our team that I earned, and it was last Tuesday. I recorded it on YouTube so you could watch that. She has amazing wine facts in there. If you want to know stuff about wine, they were all reserve wines that I chose, and she was amazing. So if you want to, hear from the winemaker herself, definitely, watch that. But in all honesty, all you do, just read the back. It's all right there. That's one of the coolest parts about these bottles. Okay? So hopefully schedule something sooner than later, because you'll figure out what you have to print. I'll give you the list of everything to print. I'll give you the script, and you just do it. It's so much fun. I think wine tasting parties I've been selling things for about 8 years now, and wine has definitely been the easiest thing that I've ever sold. I've sold bags, I've sold personalized products, I've had my own clothing boutique, and wine is so easy. It's just easy. It sells, and our wine is delicious. So, there's nothing really more to it. You just show up with the bottles. You're not bringing an inventory. You're not bringing a ton of products with you. I bring just the printed materials, and they get the wine. The hostess gets the wine shipped to them. So it doesn't take a whole lot of time. Like, you're in, you're out, have a little taste with them, and you're good to go. So.
Okay.
I have a question,
Yeah.
Jenna. So the best way, I'm trying to figure out what would be the best way to get wine for a tasting, because I want to schedule it, but I'm not sure when. And when I purchased, when I joined, I actually wanted to go ahead and order wine, so I did the one where wine was included.
Okay.
And so I'm wondering, should I probably not have, because I actually want that for my personal sale. So I guess
Yeah.
my question is, what is the best way to actually, you're saying if you get enough sales, then you actually earn wine, and perhaps that's the best way
Mm-hmm.
for having a tasting. And I'm trying to schedule one, but I'm wondering how long would it possibly take to actually earn the free inventory for tasting.
That's up to you. So my recommendation is to share over the next 2 days. It happens. People qualify in 2 days. Like I said, it's 15 bottles of wine. You're selling 15 bottles of wine. That's what you're doing. Whether it's in a half a case, a full case, single bottles. Ask about gifts. People need gifts. We have awesome gift boxes. You can do glitter bottles, shimmer bottles. See if they have showers or weddings or birthdays or any celebration coming up. But the best thing you can do, and to be honest with you, Marsha, I joined with the 12 bottle kit. So we didn't have the option when I joined to do the $29. That option was $99. So you all are starting off in a much better place where you've already saved. You're actually making money already by selling and earning those 6 bottles. So I would say, if you want to keep your wine, if you like the wine that you are getting in your kit, the wine in the kits are drier. Okay. I always save my glitter bottle. If you got the 12 bottle kit, save that for display to bring along with you, because it shows really well. But the wines you got in your kit are more dry. They're our best-selling drier wines. So if you do like sweet wines, definitely stock up on those with the discounted prices that you have available to you until Tuesday, because you can get them more discounted than you typically would. Once you earn those 6 bottles, yes, use that tasting kit. You kind of recycle it and you use it for an event, because it's going to pay you back way more than you sitting there sipping it. And to be honest, I'd rather have a wine event open in my name where I can earn the free credit at the end of the event, but then not pay for the wine up front. Okay, so enjoy those wines that you got shipped to you. My best advice is to open a bottle a night and go live just like this and share it. Take pictures of you drinking it. Take pictures with it next to meals that you serve. The more that you can share it, the more people are going to use your testimonial and purchase it. It's kind of very much like seeing an ad in the paper. If someone shows me an ad in the paper for something, and then I see it on a commercial and I see someone's testimonial about it, I'd rather go with the one I see the testimonial about than the one that I just see a picture. So that's why I always say, if you're just posting links on your page and expecting customers to come to you, it's not going to happen. You need to show them why they need to buy it. And you can do that by going live. So share your wine, okay? Yeah. And then for anybody else who likes any type of wine, if you want to help creating your own half case for yourself, or somebody else, just reach out to me. I can give you recommendations of what I think you might like. I know I'm not drinking right now, being pregnant, but I have tried pretty much every wine that we have, and I know what sells. So reach out to me. Does anybody have any other questions?
So we do sell a total of 15 bottles of wine altogether?
It comes out to be about that. Like, I'm just trying to give you a ballpark. Like, if you want to try to reach the 300 in PCV, PCV is personal commissionable volume. So it's not dollar to dollar what the sale is, because if you think about it, if someone's buying a half case or a full case and it's either 15% or 30% off, ONEHOPE is not getting full price for that, and so you're not getting full commission for that. So you get about 80% of that cost because it's sold at a discount. If you sell single bottles, you get 100% of that. So that translates dollar to dollar into your PCV. But you want any sale, but you do want preferred customers because you're getting that extra bonus back on the other side on your commission by having them. And then that's a repeat customer. So even though you're getting 100% commission on your single bottles, you're going to get it back even more at the end if they're preferred customers. Okay. Make sense? Okay. You guys have some really awesome questions. This is probably the best opportunity, the best first welcome call we've had. The most interaction. So good job.
Thank you.
Anything else? No? Okay.
Just one thing, for the PC customers, the original fee was $19.99, you said, and if you do now, there's no price, no cost. And is it a monthly fee they pay, or is it a one time?
It's one time. Okay. So they won't pay anything.
Okay. Great.
They won't pay anything at all if they join before Tuesday or by Tuesday. Okay. So they lock
bottles.
What? 6 bottles, yes. Okay. So it can be
6 bottles, I'm sorry.
Yep. So they lock in that free preferred customer membership by Tuesday, and they can have access to those half price shipping, discounts on their wine, whatever the discount might be, any sale that pops up throughout the year, and then also the 10% give back at the end of the year for the full year. So from this June till next June. I don't know what next month's special will be, so we'll have to wait and see. But if you get your $300 in before by June 30th, then you'll get your 6 bottles free this month. Okay, which means you can then take it and use it quicker, faster than waiting until next month. It just, it helps. It really does help. It's $150 in wine. So definitely worth it. We don't leave free wine on the table here. So, all right. Does anyone have anything else? No? So I encourage you to go out there and sell, share. I will send you an email with that little paragraph blurb of what you can text out. If you haven't done your event link, do that and message it to me so I can give you a welcome post to post on your Facebook account. That would be your first 2 things. And then just start sharing. Just start, reaching out to people who specifically love nonprofits, give back, love wine. And you'll be surprised, and kind of take those objections that you might get and reach out to me. If you get an objection that you don't know how to answer, reach out to me and say, my friend just said no, or my friend just said, I'd rather try it first, or my friend said this, and then I can help you come up with what to say. But just don't take no for a no. It's not a no. It just might be a not yet. Okay? All right. Thank you guys so much for hopping on today. It makes me happy. Everyone comes on.
Thank you.
All right. So happy selling, and I will check messages later if you guys girls want to join the event that I started for the team. From now till Tuesday, you can introduce your customers to ONEHOPE. I'm going to go live probably in the next 15 minutes or so and share sparkling wines first, and then I'll do some more tonight. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, and Tia came back. Hi, Tia. Okay, so if no one doesn't have, if everyone is good and you don't have anything else, I am going to
Internet problem.
head off. No, it's okay, no problem. I was just sharing with everybody that I was going to head off unless there was any other questions. If you want to join the team event, I can add you to that. I'm going to be going live in the next 2 days several times. And you know, share your event link, share the message with people. I'm going to be sending an email with a recap of this call. And then you guys can look forward to hearing from me every week. I will post when the next call is going to be. So I try to offer several calls throughout the week to keep you on track and keep your business moving. So you can, you know, we can always do a one-on-one, but I do really love doing this as a whole, you know, group and a community, because I think you can all learn from each other and make connections so that you can have a wine friend in the group. It's always good to have wine friends. The cool thing about our calls is that most people always hop on at night with wine. So what other business do you drink while you chat? So that's kind of fun too. All right. So I'm going to stop the recording.